Great to see you. Hello there and welcome to Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Jedel Kabir. It is always an honor, a pleasure, privilege to have you joining us every single day for these political conversations. Conversations we hope will help our political leaders in making better policy decisions and informed political moves. I'm here with Prof. Manyora. Great to see you. How are you doing today?
Wonderful.
Hayawi hua.
Hayawi hua.
That was Raila-Odinga.
Yes.
You know, now
Baba himself.
They have signed a memorandum of agreement, understanding, and now they are working together. From where you sit, has this changed the political temperature of the country? Do you think people are now calmer than they were before the signing of this deal?
I owe it to them and to Kenyans to tell them that the country is madder than it was before. The country is very mad with them.
Madder.
Madder. Country
There's
is
a word.
very angry. Angrier than before. People are very annoyed.
So if you looked at the mood at KICC, it doesn't reflect the general public?
Nothing, not at all. And then the issues themselves, people are saying, are these issues over which you can do an MOU? These are things government should just be implementing. Yeah.
Do you believe Raila Odinga has betrayed people, the supporters of his? Because this is the conversation everyone is saying, you have joined the oppressor, you have betrayed the people. Do you think this is the case?
That's the conversation around. Unfortunately for Raila Odinga, people feel he has betrayed the cause, he has betrayed them, he's a traitor. That's the word going around. Yeah.
But will it matter at the end of it all? Because from Moi, Kibaki, Uhuru, now Ruto, will it matter, this decision, when it comes to his political future?
What would mattering mean so that we can get it right?
People will still go to the ballot if he decides to fight 2027 and still support him and still vote for him, Raila Odinga.
It's possible, Raila, and I've said it many times, Raila is a wizard. Raila can turn things around and people just follow him. That's possible. Yeah, it's possible. But it may not be as easy. You know, you need to be like Paul Ngei, a man of 9 lives. Yeah, I don't know whether Raila has 9. This time people are not going to believe Raila very easily. No. He can't just come, no, it won't be that easy. This I must tell him, because you know me, I am well-meaning, I say the truth, I love this country, I love these people, they are all my friends, that they are good people. I have to tell it to them. I owe it to them to tell them that if you come back to people, it will not be very easy. I'm not saying you can't do it as Raila Odinga, but it will not be easy.
Do you think they have formed a formidable team, Raila-Ruto, in that whole event? They termed themselves the biggest political parties in the country, now united. Do you think it's a team that Gachagua and Kalonzo would be very difficult to actually beat when it comes to
It's a big team. It's a heavy team. It's a heavy team. It's not easy to beat that team. That I can tell Gachagua and the rest. It's not easy.
Even if you say people are
angry, but people forget the anger at some point and just vote. So you have to make people not forget. The challenge is on Gachagua, Kalonzo, and the rest. To know that in a normal, ordinary context, Ruto and Raila will beat them hands down. They will have them for breakfast. Yeah.
Why do you believe that? Just because you're saying people will forget, is this the case?
Yeah. You see, Ruto and Raila, a combination of that is lethal. These are the toppest, today I want to speak good English.
Yeah.
These are the toppest politicians in the country. If you are giving number 1, number 2, number 3, number 1 was Daniel Arap Moi, the really politician. Number 2 was Raila Odinga. Now Raila is number 1. Ruto was number 3, now is number 2. There is no number 3, no number 4, no number 5. You'll get Kina Kalonzo number 10. Huko. So if you are facing the top in politics, combined, my friend, you must accept it's difficult.
There are two things.
They are watching them. Yeah. It's like a seasoned team playing with a beginner team. They let you dribble, shoot, do it. When you get near, they just get the ball from you. But then when they will get just one chance, they convert.
There's something that I got from our previous conversation when we had it. Comments directly on our YouTube say you underestimate the anger that Kenyans have. And you believe things will be as they have always been. Do you think this is the case, that things have actually changed? For once, people can see these politicians for who they truly are.
Yeah. Yes. What I'm saying is this. The anger is there. And it is increasing by the day. But you have to harness that anger and channel it to the ballot. And that's what I'm saying, Kina Kalonzo, in my estimation, think is enough for people to be angry. Everywhere you go in this country, somebody should tell Ruto, everywhere you go, people say they are fed up with the government. They are fed up with Ruto. They are fed up with Raila. That is that. So if Kalonzo thinks that's enough to give them votes, they have another think coming. Today I'm talking like an American. They have another think coming.
It's not enough. Kalonzo was in the People's Dialogue, I think it was in Uhuru Park
Yes,
this
yes.
week. And he was saying people have seen them for who they are. People
Yes.
have seen,
Yes.
and a revolution, change is coming.
People have seen. People are angry. People are mad at Raila and Ruto. People are saying they're fed up with Ruto. Yes. But that is not enough to make Kalonzo president. It's very unfortunate. That's what it is. They have to harness that anger and channel it to a voting booth for people to vote, to register and vote. Yes. It's not enough that people are angry. People have been angry all the time about things.
Yeah.
You have to be Trump to know why people are angry and make them even angrier and lead them to the polling station. That's what Trump did in 2016, and he has done it again.
What will
But
government...
if you just say people are angry with Ruto, that's not enough to take you to State House. No, if it was that easy, this game will be so easy.
How do you think government will look like in the next 2 years with Baba and Ruto working
That is
together?
not another thing. Do we know what Ruto will do between now and 2027? He can even abolish housing tax. He can lower taxes on fuel. Ruto is the politician.
Okay.
He can deal with Shah. He can say, instead of this stupid funding model of university, watoto wasome bure university. Well, Ruto is the politician, my friend. These guys will be left hanging somewhere in the middle of the road. I'm not seeing the sharp thinking required in that camp to defeat Ruto. I'm not seeing it.
So if someone...
You have to anticipate the things Ruto can do. And for Ruto, because me, I advise them for free. Sometimes I want them to pay me, but they are too mean. For Ruto, time is running out. The window is closing. If Ruto wants to do something, he must do it now. If we step into 2026, whatever he does will be useless. People say, anatudanganya bila atudanganya 2022. Huyu mtu anatupa lakini atarudisha. Anatoa na atarudisha. Anatupa na atatunyanganya. So I'm advising for free.
With Raila now in government, what will we see from the likes of Kalonzo, Musyoka, Rigathi, Gachagua, who will become the opposition? Do you think the voice of the people will be heard without Raila, as we saw with the Gen Z protests?
It's not easy. It's not easy. That space is normally occupied by Raila, effectively. For you to imagine you can occupy it, you are dreaming if you are Kalonzo. Look at the way Gachagua is going. Gachagua is smarter than Kina Kalonzo.
How?
He's striking something with the people. He's touching people somewhere. Kalonzo has not been touching people. He just thought, because the Mount Kenya people are annoyed with Ruto, they'll give me votes. It doesn't work like that. Look at the way Gachagua is going. He has solidified the Mount Kenya base, firmly behind him. He has moved to Western and is working with Kina Wamalu and Kina Natembea. They are almost covering the entire Western. So, in my estimation, Gachagua is a smarter politician than the rest of them in the opposition. Yeah. And I'm sure, I could be wrong, but I'm sure Ruto is scared of Gachagua.
Even with Raila now with
Yes.
him?
Yes. Because Raila's influence will not... Let me take this to the bank. And I hope Raila hears this. His influence, if he stays with Ruto, will not go beyond Nyanza. And even then, some corner of Nyanza. And even then, not more than 60%.
Of that corner?
Yes. This country, me, I have the pulse. I know it. I understand Kenyan politics and understand Kenyan people. But even then, I'm saying, even when they are doing that badly, beating them is not easy. Because they understand the game so well. These others are just playing catch-up.
But some would argue, this is why I'm still thinking about it, we're in a different game now.
Which
You say
there's
they
nothing
understand,
different.
they understand the game, but
Solomon said there's nothing new under the earth, under the sun. What is has been.
no one would have imagined what we saw with Gen Z.
Yes.
Occupying parliament into CBD without
You know,
Raila's
you are forcing
presence.
me to say what I should not be saying to these people.
Yeah.
The secret for Kalonzo and Gachagua is not the Mount Kenya vote, important as it is. It's not the Western vote, the Kamba vote. They are very important votes. But the key is Gen Z.
If they want Ruto out.
Gen Z. And Gen Z, you don't just tell them, come. Oh, Ruto is bad. No. The Gen Z are also Kenyans. They are Gikoyo, they are Luo, they are Luya, they are all these things. And they'll just go in those directions. And those who remain tribalist, leaderless, to join the opposition may not be in sufficient numbers to tilt the scales in favor of the opposition. So the secret lies in making sure Gen Z are a part and parcel of the coming election. And that's why I'm saying you need to crack it out. How do you crack that? Don't just assume they will come. No. You must have a formula.
Yes.
And people like us should be taken to Mombasa or Malindi or South Coast. You remove your shoes, you put in the water, sand passing through the toes.
Yes.
As you think. You figure out something.
If you're asked why Raila has joined Ruto, some would
Yes.
have argued if he hadn't joined Ruto, they would have taken Ruto out of power, maybe even today or yesterday.
They have said, and they have said as much.
Why
they have
do you
said
think-
Ruto was going. Yeah, yes.
Why do you think Raila has decided to join him?
Raila,
Instead of taking power.
Raila said it, I think. He said, well, if he didn't say it formally, I had it informal. But I think he said publicly. So if you remove Ruto, what? Can Gachagua be an option? Gachagua was then deputy. That's Raila. He said Gachagua was not an option. Even Papa Aroma, according to the Constitution, those were not options. And in fact, I don't know him or people close to him, and there was this general feeling that if Ruto went at that time of the Gen Z, the army could take over the military.
How about now?
That's the military, let's talk about them. The military will take over. And there are people like Raila thought that was a bad thing to happen to the country.
Yes.
I agree with them. It's not a very good thing. The military must stay in the barracks.
Oh, Raila said that.
I think he said,
He said it,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm
In
trying
fact,
to remember.
yes.
I could be wrong.
He said.
I think it was in that thing was said.
Yes.
I'm not so sure it's Raila who said.
Raila said it about the military.
Yeah, the military could take over.
Yes.
Is it a good thing? So, maybe that's the reason. Maybe they took care of him, like people are saying. Maybe he loves this country so much. He's always calculating that one false step, the country goes down. So you're seeing Ruto going was that one false step. But it's also possible that it is as simple as his stomach.
So even now, it can be as simple as his stomach.
Yes.
Because if he joined the likes of Kalonzo,
Yes.
they would have just taken Ruto out.
Because if you want to take Ruto now the military is not in the picture. Now is a vote, 2027. If he was with Kina Kalonzo, Ruto cannot beat them.
So maybe it's the stomach.
No, I don't want to say that. You know, he's my friend.
Thanks for tuning into this conversation with Herman Manyora. Till we do talk again, have yourself a lovely rest of your day.